Hi, Caleb here with Sigurds Photography, and today we're going to be looking at the Lake Trail in Devil's Den State Park in Winslow, Arkansas. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so we start on this bridge, and it's a pretty nice bridge, but it does swing a little bit, so if you're not a fan of that, we are actually starting on the back end of the trail, and there's a parking lot on the other side of the trail, so you can also start on that side. And there's the creek. Yeah, so we are actually coming up on a daddy longlegs. So if you're not a fan of spiders, maybe jump ahead like 30 seconds. I don't think you can see it very well in video, but just a warning. And it fell on the ground, so. Okay, so fun fact about daddy longlegs. They're also known as harvestman spiders, shepherd spiders, and grandfather graybeard spiders, which I didn't know. And they're actually not spiders. They are arachnids, but they're actually closer to scorpions in like their family tree. And they can actually breathe through their legs. Or at least I saw multiple pages saying they could breathe through their legs. I think that's crazy, but you know. And the myth is that they're the most venomous spider in the whole world, but their fangs are too small to bite people. That's actually also a complete myth. They are not venomous at all. They do not have the venom glands. And so, yeah, this is our second trail in Arkansas. Our last one was the Devil's Den Trail. And this is the Lake Trail. It is 0.5 miles and takes about 30 minutes in and out. Because it's one way, about 15 minutes and back. You'll notice partially, part of the trail is stone, and that is the rudiments of the original Triple C stone path when they put that in, which is the Civilian Corps. Can't remember what the Civilian something Corps Conservation. I think we talked about them in the last episode. But back in the 1920s, I want to say 30s, they went around making state parks basically. Or what basically turned into state parks would be the better way to say it. The Civilian Conservation Corps. And that's some of the stone path I was talking about. And it's just another really nice path. This one is a lot easier than the last one. I would definitely rate this as an easy trail, as the other one from yesterday was a moderate. And if you see the trail, or if you have trouble seeing the trail, just follow the little red diamonds right there, and they should get you to where you're trying to go. You can also use the Trails app on your phone. Now, here in a couple of minutes, the sound is going to come up for the waterfall over the dam. And the dam is what makes it a actual lake, which is called Lake Devil. But just thought I would give you a warning so you guys didn't jump or whatever. I think it'd be really pretty in fall or down here. Also on this trail, just watch out for poison ivy. I saw it in a couple of places. I didn't film it because we have talked about poison ivy in a past video and what to look for. Yeah, so I didn't see very many animals on this trail. The main ones I saw quite a few daddy longlegs, or any other names you want to call them. And then actually right up here, underneath the waterfall, I saw two, I think they were red-eared slider turtles. Whereas you're just common turtles, they're normally green and they have a little red line by their ear. And that is the stone dam that the Triple C made way back in the day. And I'll point out to the turtles. Right there and right there. It's hard to see in video. But yeah. It's a pretty nice waterfall. Or dam in general. Now the path starts getting a little bit overgrown up here. So, you know, it's another place that you just need to watch for ticks. And snakes and spiders. And even with the sound turned down, you can actually hear the cicadas in the background. Okay, and then we are actually also coming up on another. I can't tell if it's like right here, if it's runoff or just an old bridge that has collapsed and they've rebuilt over it. But when you come across these spots, you need to watch out for snakes because they will tend to bask on rocks like that when the sun is heating up the rocks because they're cold-blooded, so they get their heat from the sun. Just like other reptiles, lizards and such. Some beautiful little yellow flowers. I think they're weeds, but they're still cute or nice, whatever you want to call them. It started giving a very swampy vibe, you know. And we will about to turn and look on the backside of Devil's Lake. And it's super hard to see, but I'm about to circle it. Right there is actually an alligator snapping turtle. I just put my hands about how big it was. So, some fun facts about alligator snapping turtles. They can grow from 8 to 26 inches long. And, you know, a foot is 12 inches long, so it's over 2 feet. So that's quite big. They eat worms, crayfish, which are like crawdads, you know, little lobsters, snails, frogs, snakes, along with aquatic vegetation. Alligator snapping turtles can spend up to 40 minutes underwater, like with one breath, and then they can go over for 40 minutes. They have no natural enemies. However, their eggs are often targeted by raccoons, large fish, and birds. Like most turtles, they show no parental care to their young. So the young actually fend for themselves at the moment of birth, which you may have seen, videos of sea turtles, and they're basically running from their lives on the beaches trying to get to the sea. Now, alligator stabbing turtles aren't known to attack humans, but they do have a bite force of 1,000 pounds, which can easily snap a bone. Which I found interesting is actually double the bite force of a lion, or almost double the bite force of a lion, and almost 10 times the bite force of a human. So they have some pretty strong teeth. Well, jaw, it's more of a beak. But yeah, so if you see them in the wild, they won't come after you, but like any animal, if you mess with them, they will attack you, or they will fight for them to protect themselves, and they could easily, snap your arm in half, which is crazy to think about for a turtle. And we're actually coming up on the end of the trail, so I would probably rate this a 6.5. Nothing against it, but I just feel like if I keep rating them up so high, I have no room to grow, so I'm trying to pull down the ratings a little bit. But I really like this trail. If I'm in the area again with someone who is newer to hiking, definitely deciding to take them on this one. Has nice views of all the trees and plants and quite a bit of wildlife, so 6 to 6.5 is definitely not a bad score, in my opinion. And that was the lake trail in Devil's Den State Park. Hope you guys enjoyed. Okay, if you push this circle right here, you'll subscribe to my channel. And if you push this one right here, it'll take you to the previous hike. And then this one right here will take you to the full playlist of all the Oklahoma hikes.